Good morning, everyone. It is March 18th. Here is your morning news rundown. It was a busy night overall, so we're going to jump right into it. But before we do, as always, thank you so much to everyone who has supported my work, whether becoming a paid subscriber to my Substack or sending a one-time donation via Venmo. Independent media is surging. We've beaten MSNBC, The Daily Show, Jimmy Fallon's show, and so many other media conglomerates, and we're just getting started. If you want to support my work, the easiest way to do so is click the button below and become a paid subscriber today to my Substack or send a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas. With that, let's just jump right into it. The Trump administration is deporting individuals to a highly secure prison facility in El Salvador simply based on their tattoos. Yes, that is correct. According to Reuters reporting, at least 2 individuals were deported on the initial flight of Tren de Aragua gang members that were removed under the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 despite a federal judge's order to the contrary. Those 2 individuals were deported merely because they had a rose tattoo, and ICE officials associated the rose tattoo to being a member of the Tren de Aragua gang. Well, both of their family members this morning are sounding the alarm, saying that these 2 individuals had no relation to Tren de Aragua. They were not gang members and yet were deported to this El Salvadorian prison nonetheless. Remember, under the Alien Enemies Act, essentially due process is suspended. In America, every individual, whether documented or undocumented, has due process rights, meaning that they can go through the court system, hear the accusations against them, face the evidence against them, and be able to have an attorney represent them during that process. Well, under the Alien Enemies Act, that due process is essentially suspended for a large part of the due process rights are suspended. And so these individuals were deported merely because they have rose tattoos, and now they're sitting in a facility with some of the worst criminals in El Salvador. In addition, Social Security is considering cutting a critical program that helps millions of seniors, and especially those who are disabled, those who can't walk, those who can't get to a physical Social Security location. According to a leaked memo, the Social Security Administration is preparing to cut all phone service other than general questions, meaning any phone service that requires a user to authenticate their address or information, to get access to their benefits information, to have anyone answer any questions over the phone, that will end, according to this new memo. And the only questions that will be able to be answered over the phone are very general ones like, what is the Social Security Administration? And instead, it'll force seniors to now go in person or write letters to the Social Security Administration. And if you know anything about the government, good luck. Overnight, the ceasefire in the Middle East has ended. The Israeli government has begun airstrikes once again in Gaza. As of this morning, according to latest reporting from the New York Times, over 400 people have been killed as a result of the airstrikes. Now, the reason for this breaking down, according to the Israeli side, is because Hamas would not extend the phase one of the ceasefire. According to the Hamas side, it's because of because of Israel's aggression. There is a lot of information coming out of the Middle East right now, but ultimately lives are being lost, and that is devastating. And I'll let you know more information as soon as we have it. Independent media is surging, folks. Midas Touch has beaten Joe Rogan in the podcast charts once again, nearly doubling the amount of views and downloads that Joe Rogan received in the past month, which is significant. This morning, Tesla shares have fallen more than 3% pre-market. We'll see how they react when the market opens, because Tesla's China rival, Zeekr, is rolling out an advanced driver assistance system for free. Right now, if you want one of those systems in a Tesla, you have to pay an extra fee. But Tesla's China rival is rolling it out for free. So more bad news for Elon and Tesla. The United Kingdom's government has activated an emergency measure to hold prisoners in police cells because of overcrowding that is currently occurring in the jails. In addition, President Biden overnight, not President Biden, Donald Trump overnight revoked the security clearance of President Biden's not the security clearance, the Secret Service protection of President Biden's children, Hunter and Ashley Biden. The Department of Health and Human Services has removed a former Surgeon General's warning declaring gun violence a public health crisis. In addition, there is significant tension over the Trump administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act, which with Judge Boasberg pressing the Trump Department of Justice in a court hearing yesterday, why he did not comply with his order to stop the deportations, despite the fact that he ordered them to do so literally in the courtroom via an oral order. So, and finally, Bill Gates is personally lobbying the Trump administration to continue funding health programs worldwide, from child vaccinations to HIV treatment, warning that his foundation cannot fill all the gaps. That's all the news right now. I'm sure there's going to be a busy news day throughout the day, and I'll provide you updates every step of the way. Once again, if you want to support my work, the easiest way to do so, click the button below, become a paid subscriber today to my Substack, or send a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas, and I'll see you this evening for another rundown.